Hello, sixth graders. We are reaching a time in our study of the metrics where I need to kind of see where you're all at with being able to do a few different things. One, measure a straight line in centimeters. Two, convert that measurement from centimeters to millimeters and then from millimeters to meters. Three, be able to measure accurately a volume of water in a graduated cylinder. And four, be able to take a mass of an object on a triple beam balance. Okay, so I just want to show you kind of what I'm going to be asking you to do. You distance learners, you can certainly have somebody film you do these three things, okay? Just showing me that you know how to do them in some way. Now, I know that at home you don't have a triple beam balance, and that's okay. Realistically, you'll be probably measuring things with a digital balance in your life, but the triple beam balance is just one of those things in science that might come up in future science classes, so we like you to know how to do it. But we're going to start out with length, okay? So what you will do is you can have a choice between pairing up and having somebody film you do this and sending it to me or showing it to me, or just doing it in front of me. Either way, okay? So if you're a distance learner, you're certainly going to have to film it and send it to me. You're just going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to put the camera down here so you can see. On a piece of paper, you're just going to draw 3 different lines. One line here, another line here, and a third line here. Okay. Then you are going to measure that line, and I have an inch ruler here while I'm trying to teach metrics. I'm going to have to pause this because I need a metric ruler. Okay, I'm back with a metric ruler. Sorry about that. And so what I want you to do, you've got 3 random lines of any length, and you are going to measure them for me. Okay, so for this particular line, I am going to make sure that 0 is right on the end. I am going to measure it right here. I see that it is 15.2 centimeters. So I'm going to write next to it 15.2 centimeters. Okay, the next line I'm going to measure, 0 is 7.7 centimeters. 7.7 centimeters. The third line is 10.5 centimeters, so 10.5. Okay, then what you're going to do is convert these 3 numbers into millimeters and then into meters. So remember, we always write King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Okay, we've got 15.2 centimeters into millimeters is centimeters to millimeters. We move the decimal 1 place. So we're going to move the decimal 1 place. 15.2 centimeters equals 152 millimeters. Okay, then we're going to take that number, 152 millimeters, and we are going to see how many meters that is. If we're going to go from millimeters to meters, we have to go to the left 1, 2, 3 spots. So we take the decimal, which is at the end of 152, we go 1, 2, 3 spots, and that is going to be 0.152 meters. Okay, we're going to practice it again. I said this middle line was 7.7 centimeters. I'm going to convert that into millimeters. I know that I have to move my decimal 1 spot to the right. I move it 1 spot to the right, and that is 77 millimeters. If I'm going to take 77 millimeters and convert it into meters, it is, okay, I've got to go 1, 2, 3 spots to the left. So I go 1, 2, 3 spots to the left is going to give me 0.077 meters. Okay, third one, 10.5 centimeters to millimeters is going to be 105 millimeters, and it's also going to be 0.105 meters. Okay, that is the first part of your assessment, and again, you can do it right in front of me, or you can have a partner film you do this. Make sure you zoom in so I can see that your measurements are accurate. All right. The second part of your assessment is going to be with the graduated cylinder. All right, so let me pause this again and I will show you what I'm going to ask you to do. Okay, so for our volume assessment, I am going to ask you to measure a couple different volumes of liquid. If you're doing it in front of me, I will just tell you what volume. If you're doing it with a partner, your partner can tell you what volume. And I'm going to have you do it in a couple different size graduated cylinders just so that we have practice reading the calibrations and knowing how many milliliters are in between each of these markings, because remember they're different on all sizes of graduated cylinders. So let's say I told you I wanted you to measure 50 milliliters. I have some nice blue water here so it shows up good. I'm going to pour this into the graduated cylinder until I have 50 milliliters. You can see right there, it's at 50 milliliters. Easy peasy. That's all for that one. Pour that back in the beaker, and maybe I'll ask you to fill up this one to 17 milliliters. So I would know by looking at this that each of these lines is worth 1 milliliter. So I would go to 17, would be 2 notches above that 15 mark. At 16, 17. 17 milliliters right there. Easy as that. Okay. If you don't have, if you're at home and you don't have access to a metric ruler or graduated cylinder and you're not going to see me this week, you know, maybe you're a distance learner or you need to stay home for a period of time, that's okay. Okay. We will assess you when you come back and I see you. If you are a distance learner and you don't have plans to come back and see me in person, then I would like for you to just open up Google Slides, okay? Make a little slideshow or Keynote or something like that, and just maybe make a little slideshow, 2 or 3 slides that just talk about how to measure, maybe some pictures or some examples of what some measurements and conversions are in metrics for length. And then maybe a couple pictures of examples of different graduated cylinders of different volumes that have different amounts of liquids that you can tell me, okay? Just some way. These are just 2 skills that I need to know that you know, okay? So however you can make that happen for this particular assessment, I know it's tough because we use lab equipment for this particular one. So you'll have to just kind of be creative to let me know that you understand those 2 things. We're not going to worry about mass. If you're a distance learner, don't worry about that. Again, you will typically be using a digital scale anyways. If you are a hybrid learner and you will be back, we can take care of this part. If you don't have the equipment at home, we can take care of it when you come back. So Monday and Tuesday of this week are going to be spent of you practicing those things, making sure you have those skills, being able to measure in length and convert it into other units, and also being able to use the graduated cylinder to measure volume accurately. All right, that's what Monday and Tuesday is about this week. I will talk to you soon.